troublemaker.
So the pursuer, if you can parry his first attack, is really easy to beat. If you can't, it might take me a couple tries to do it. Ah, that's not what I said to do. Jump, bitch. Ah. Stop it. So stay here. There's another guy up there, but if you just aggro this guy, you don't have to worry about fighting both of them at the same time. Or you can just run right by if you want. The difference between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, with Dark Souls 1, as soon as you got into a mist, you had invincibility frames, so you couldn't get killed. In Dark Souls 2, you can still not only get killed while you're moving through the mist, you can also get killed on the other side of the mist. There is no wall there. It's an invisible barrier, but it's not an actual invisible wall. So I've been backstabbed through mist before. So the trick with parrying this guy is just to do it a little bit before you think you would. If you're used to Dark Souls 1 parrying timing. But it might take a couple tries to actually get the parry, because you really only get one shot. So you're not actually going to riposte. What you're going to do, you're going to parry him to get him stunned. He'll be stunned for about 5 seconds. And try to get him so he's going to be stunned directly in front of one of those ballistas. And then you're going to hit him with the ballista. And it'll take away 99% of his health. And then you just have to hit him once or twice. There you go. And done. Like an idiot, I was trying to block with my buckler. You can't block with a buckler. Look at how downtrodden and hollowed my character looks. Aww. Poor thing. So now we're gonna go get the shield. There's nothing over there. So eventually we will come back once we have, I forget what it's called, but the ability to enter giant memories. We'll be able to enter that giant's memory, but we can't right now, so we're not going to. What the heck? Oh yeah, right here. So this thing, yes, the Drangleic shield, the Drangleic shield, the Drangleic armor in general is really great armor, especially if you're a strength build. Really great armor. It weighs you down though. So see the weight right there, 14.5 pounds, and the percentage. So right above my souls, 64.9%. That is how much my burden, basically my equipment weight. So once you get over 40%, it really starts to affect your speed, how far you roll when you do roll. The next break is 70%. 70% will make you fat roll. 100%, I think 100% will make it so you're overburdened, you walk really slow, it's really difficult for you to get anywhere, yada yada. Whoops. Wrong way. This way. Is there another one? Where the hell did these guys come from? Oh, they were the ones that were downstairs. They followed me all the way upstairs. That usually doesn't happen. So now this will take us to the next bonfire. And don't worry about going back to Majula before you do this, because you don't have to worry about any other enemies. I like the bonfire. Go spend our souls. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna do, let's see, some more faith, some life, some endurance. I'm also gonna do some adaptability so I can be more agile, have higher poise, better resistance. So the next thing we're going to do before we go back and do the Bastille is go grab that ring of binding, because I have very little health and I'm going to need it. Sorry, I'm recording. Oops, wrong way. So you can really do these in any order that you want. Just kind of depends. If you're a really low level and you don't want to actually fight these guys, you can just do a suicide run for it. You do have to fight one guy to actually get the Ring of Binding, because you can only lower to the drawbridge once that guy's dead, which you'll see here in a minute. So I'm going to reset that guy. I'm actually not even going to fight him yet. I'm just going to run past him. He will only follow me to a certain area or a certain distance. He's not going to follow me the entire way. Run to the side. Roll. There's an effigy right there, but we'll grab it later. To not get hit by these guys, you kind of got to fake them out. I'm going to run ahead and then roll behind him. You want to try to bait his attack in one direction and then go the other way. Not like that. That is the wrong way to do it. I'm going to get my health filled up. So I've got just enough time to fight this guy before those other two end up in this area. This might be a suicide mission. But we're going to bait him ahead. Roll behind him. Stay back here for the second hit. Ah. Oh, man, did I die before? Nope. See that thing that just rose up? So that's fine, I died, but I didn't lose much. I can't hollow any more than I already am. So now I have to go back and pull that lever, and it'll lower the drawbridge. So this might also be another suicide run, because I really don't feel like fighting these guys. I would do it for the souls if it wasn't for the walkthrough, but for the sake of you guys not having to watch me do all that, then I'm just gonna run. They're good, they're not coming up after me. Now I'm going to use a homeward bone to go home. Now I get to keep my souls. I don't have to die, and I go directly back to the last bonfire I rested at. Now, actually I'm going to put this on, and now you'll see what happens with the Ring of Binding. Oh, I had the Ring of Blades too. I got that when I killed the Pursuer. So I'm going to put the Ring of Blades on, which will make my sword do more damage, and the Ring of Binding. So now look at my health. A whole quarter more. The one thing I forgot to do before we left this area, since it is a walkthrough, and we should talk about everything, is to go get this fire sword. The area down below this fire. Here. So we're gonna go get this fire sword. If I can manage to stay alive long enough, that is. So there's nothing special over here. There is a ladder right there. How we get back, which took me a minute to figure out, is actually through this hole right there, which is going to take us pretty much where we went, how we got in there in the first place. Grab this effigy. Kill this guy. Stop. Auto-targeting. Blah. You can turn that off, by the way, automatically, so it will automatically switch to the next alive target when you kill a target after having them locked. You can turn that off in settings. I like to keep it on because I like to keep locking on people, but that's completely just my playstyle. Some people would disagree with me, but fuck them. It's my game. I play how I want. No. Again, I was trying to jump attack. Didn't work. I think that's it for these guys. Yes. There's more down here. He punched me in my grill. There's a bunch of people here that are petrified. Or petrified souls. Once they were afraid, now they're petrified. Oh, okay, I'll stop now. You don't have to be scared of this fire. It's not going to hurt you. That one, however, will. So open this up as fast as you can and get on in there. Ah, jerk. I still don't know where those guys come from. Fire longsword. We'll climb up and get onto this bad boy and then go back to the Lost Bastille so we can do that area. So the bosses for this area are the Ruin Sentinels, and there's 3 of them. So you have to fight 3 bosses at once. Kind of pain in the rear. I hate these guys. I hate them with a passion. But it's possible to skip them if you have 2 things, a Pharaoh's Lockstone and the antiquated key. The antiquated key you get right here. Watch your back, because if people saw you go in, there's 3 dogs and an archer Oh, and the covetous serpent ring, which will net us more souls. This ring is almost completely useless. So I'm going to do that. So we'll get more souls when we kill enemies. So these dogs are fairly easy to kill if you just back up. They'll jump at you and lunge at you, but they're going to miss you just shy. So if you just keep going backwards, lock on one, keep walking backwards. If I can get him to come, so he'll eventually lunge, and then you just hit. And then there is the archer dude up here who's going to shoot me in the back, bastard. And then there's this guy. Ugh! I thought I could hit him one more time. I got greedy. I've actually never tried to parry those guys either. They might be parryable. Parryable. I haven't tried. I'm gonna two-hand this sword. What is this message going to tell me to jump? Don't jump. There is no treasure. You will fall to your death. If you hit that full of gunpowder, it will explode, so don't hit it. This door only opens from this side. So to skip the ruined sentinels, you actually have to go get that antiquated key first. But you can't skip it from this side, so you would have to go here, then go to No Man's Wharf and beat the flexible sentry, because it'll drop you off on the other side, and you can't get to the area you need the elevator without beating flexible sentry. So you need to do that first. You want to talk to her.
What is it? I don't know you. Things are... Normally people... I'm called Lucatiel. From the land, they say... And so I...
So she is an NPC with a story quest line, and it's one of the achievements slash trophies to inherit her equipment. So she is one of the two that you have to get through. You have to get through the boss battles. Talk to her, exhaust her dialogue, and then she will be summonable for some battles. Ah, shoot. I forgot to two-hand it. Double fisting! Everyone loves a double fister. If you hit those barrels, you will explode because they're full of gunpowder. So don't do that. Also helps if you actually hit enemies when you're swinging. So you want to go down here first. Try to make it so he doesn't actually hit that barrel because we need that barrel. And you want to push this barrel down the wall. See that big crack in the wall? Ah! You're fucking kidding me, really? That big crack in the wall, we need to explode it because our bonfire is behind it. Whoa! Dude. I don't know why, but I was wondering why I wasn't seeing any blood stains. These are all people that have died right here. They haven't picked up their blood stain yet. Okay, so I'm gonna try to... No. Oh, crap. Damn it. There we go. Please let me have a firebomb. Yes. Lucky, lucky me. There we go. Usually if you just kick it down, it'll hit and it'll explode when it hits. You don't have to go through all that. So here's the other blacksmith, but he won't be able to do anything until you get him a new ember that he keeps talking about. All he says is flame, flame. The one thing you do want to do, however, is light this torch, because he's sitting on the chest that you really want. He sells infinite numbers of infinite large titanite, which we need to continue upgrading this weapon. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Toggle, light torch. That timer right there is the amount of time you have with the torch lit, and the longer you play, you accrue time. So, light that torch. Rest of the bonfire. Then get up and he will be over here. Now you get the blacksmith hammer, which is a really decent strength weapon. Sorry, craftsman hammer. It takes sprinkling titanite to upgrade, which sucks, but it's a really good strength weapon. Especially if you're two-handing it. So I can't use it one-handed yet, but I can use it two-handed. Whoops. And this does quite a bit of damage. So it's got good base, 166. Scales off strength, so it does, 210 damage per hit. But also, look at the poise. So, poise damage, 30. So it staggers enemies really easily, which is nice. I can one-shot these guys now if I use my strong attack. See, with this one you can actually stun lock, because enemies like that are large like that, they don't get stunned very easily. You usually have to hit them a couple times before they have a poise break, before they get stunned. With this hammer, because of the high poise damage, it's really easy to stun lock larger enemies like that. I'm actually going to kill this guy and then go spend my souls. Oh! Crap. I thought I had one more hit in me. I do that all the time. Don't do that. It's a bad habit I got into. I exhaust my stamina and don't realize it. I think I can get that last one in. And then, whoops, nope. Can't. So at this point, I'm actually going to summon my first NPC, but to do so, we need to be human. But I only have a few effigies. So one of the tricks of keeping your effigies, at least getting 2 uses out of one effigy, is by using the Ring of Light Protection. So we're going to go get the Ring of Light Protection. But to do that, we need to get to Lost Man's Wharf, and there's a boss to fight before we get to Lost Man's Wharf. Now this boss is completely optional. You do not have to do this. If you want to just go and kill the Ruined Sentinels, you can continue on to the Lost Center. There are some pretty cool things on Lost Man's Wharf. And since this is a walkthrough, we're going to do it.